Welcome back to Valley Spotlight. It is time to plant if you haven't already. We pulled aside Carl Angiuli from Angiuli's Farm Market. We've been talking to your dad a little bit about tomatoes and peppers and secrets to kind of, I know you guys have been planting them for years, but there are certain things you should and should not do along the way. First of all,
yes,
thanks for having us.
Yeah, thanks for coming out
today. We appreciate it. Let's do tomatoes first.
Yeah.
Okay. We can put these in the ground now. Once we get toward Memorial Day, we're good to go.
Yeah,
right?
we're good to go. Frost date's over. It's May 15th. We're past that now, and then it's time to get our garden put in. We've got some nice large tomato plants here. They're starting to flower, so they will produce your fruit earlier. And they are beautiful. You're looking for nice, tall, dark green plants.
Okay.
Like we have in here. And they'll be ready to go. You put them in the ground, and in 30 days, you should have tomatoes.
And it doesn't matter, there's so many different varieties and everybody has their favorite. Yes. Does it matter in Northeast Ohio, Western Pennsylvania, do some do better than others, or it is what it is?
You know, there are. We have, your grape and your cherry tomatoes, which are excellent, and then we have a big boy or a better boy for slicing tomatoes.
Yeah.
Those are two great options to have in your garden in Northeast Ohio.
What do I do when I put them in, when I transplant from here to there, knowing all the nutrients you put in your soil compared to the soil that I have at my house?
So you like to treat your garden with some lime in the spring, get that put in. Then we like to use Epsom salt with water about 2 weeks after the plants have been set in your garden. And then we like to use a fertilizer like a Triple 12 or a Miracle Grow product every couple weeks to get nutrients to the plants so they can continue to grow like they do here in the greenhouse.
Same idea for peppers or totally different solution?
For the most part, you're on the same thing. It's, get your plants, get nice, tall, dark green plants, looking good, get them in your garden, get them situated. A couple of weeks later, you come in and you give them a little bit of Epsom salt water and then some fertilizer. Make sure to get the weeds out because everybody thinks just stick them in the ground and they'll grow by themselves. They need care. Just like children need care, plants need care. Got to continue with that. And then we've got a couple of products to help with the blight.
I was going to ask you about
this. Get blight, leaves start dropping. We've got that copper product and then the fung oil. Both are great solutions. Every 7 to 10 days, you put that product on your tomato plants to keep them from drying all up like they do sometimes.
All right, I'll give you a couple quick questions here. If sometimes you grow a tomato or a pepper and it's starting to get like a little hole in it, almost looks like a bug is eating that spot.
Black spot underneath, we call that blossom end rot, and that occurs when your plants are starting to flower.
Okay.
So it's not when the fruit, it's as soon as you see buds on your plants, they need to make sure they have either not enough water or too much water. Either one of those will cause a problem, and they need a little bit of Epsom salt water to help in calcium. If you can give them, that's why you put your lime in the garden, get the calcium to the plants so they don't cause that problem.
Okay, last question. I got to water these things. I know that I have my hose out. Am I doing it in the morning? Am I doing it in the day? Am I doing it at night? Do I squirt the top or do I squirt the base?
Always at the base, never on top. That's number one. That's where the disease comes in. When you're watering and wetting the leaves, then you get disease issues, your blight, and everything else goes crazy. So water at the base. Doesn't matter if it's in the morning or the night. Doesn't matter. Always at the base, never on top of the plants, the leaves.
Very good. Hours here at Angiuli's Farm Market are?
Right now, we're 9 to 7.
9 to 7?
About almost every day. 7 days a week, we're open.
All right, come on. Get your veggies if you want to, your herbs if you want to, and we'll talk about flowers in the next segment. Back here at Angiuli's Farm Market with Carl Angiuli. Is it really Carlo? I thought your dad called you Carlo.
He does, yes.
I love that. We should be calling you Carlo.
Yeah, I'm good. I answer both ways.
We're talking about flowers. Here's something new and cool. It's probably only come out in the last couple of years.
I heard they've been around for 30 years, and I didn't know about them until this year.
They're called?
Air plants.
Air plants. Why are they called air plants?
They pull the moisture out of the air. They have no roots, and they can sit on your desk. You could put them in little pots around the house, take them to the office, and all they need to do is sit there by sunlight, obviously, sunlight and air.
You don't water them?
A little misting every day.
Like with a squirt
spray
bottle.
bottle.
And you're done.
That's it. Easy care.
How about that?
Those?
Well, we're getting a lot of people have planted already. Some people may have planted a little bit too early, and you got to start again. Let's talk about the different kinds of flowers that do well in Northeast Ohio, Western Pennsylvania. Let's start with the sun. You said most of the time plants like sunshine more than they do like the shade.
Yeah, we have 90% of your plants love that full sun part shade. You've got we've got lots of Impatience, dahlias, petunias, marigolds. Just full sun, beautiful, full bloom. They continually bloom. Shade, you're limited. Yeah, you can use begonia. We have a plant called geranium. What else do we have that's shade? We've got impatience, obviously, shade. They'll grow good and they have beautiful color. That's kind of what you can do for shade.
I think what's neat about this place is as you walk down the rows, it tells you this plant is good for sunshine or this plant's half and half or whatever.
Yeah,
that really helps.
Yeah, the hanging baskets. We got each row labeled that way, so
Let's talk about hanging baskets.
We've got lots of them.
Yeah, I see that. I see that. Well, how do we take care of hanging baskets? I'm sure every flower is a little bit different, but
we have fertilizer. Just like we need to eat every day, your hanging basket or your flowers or your vegetable plants need to eat every day. They need this fertilizer. It's an Angiuli Special Triple 20. 1 tablespoon, 1 gallon of water once a week. Pretty simple. Once a week, give them this water solution. It keeps your hanging basket beautiful like this, continually blooming. Now this basket here is kind of bloomed out, so we were showing it's good to get in there and pull some of these. We call this deadheading. Get in there, clean them up, and it makes, now they will fall off themselves, but this will allow the plants to promote new blossoms sooner. And don't be afraid to give your hanging basket a haircut. Okay. If it starts to get real long and leggy, it needs to be trimmed up.
It's okay just to
take them scissors and get in there, and you won't hurt it.
Okay.
Guaranteed you will not hurt the hanging basket by giving it a haircut. If you take 6 inches off, don't worry, it'll just continually grow. The top will fill back in, and it will look gorgeous all summer long. They tend to get straggly at times, right? Yours gets
you want it to be big and beautiful the whole time.
So just continue, give it a haircut, give this triple 20 fertilizer once a week. Water, obviously, every day, or maybe you might get some cloudy weather and cold, and you skip a couple days.
Okay, makes sense. I was telling Carl at our house, deer and rabbits, they just come after the plants like nobody's business. I didn't know there was a plant instead of a chemical that you could use to kind of ward off those creatures.
Yeah, so they have, this is an awesome native plant. Everybody loves native plants. One, it keeps the deer away. The deer will not eat this. So if you have issues, this is espresso spotted geranium, and it comes up every year. So the deer won't eat it. It is, butterflies love it. Hummingbirds will come around to it, and the bees love it. So it's a pollinator.
That's really cool.
So it fits the bill for a lot of times when people have issues with deer or rabbits. Now the rabbits, I think they might snack on that, but the deer will stay away. Marigolds, a lot of times will keep the rabbits away.
Very good. All right, give them the hours here at Angiuli's Farm Market in case people want to come out, see all the outstanding plants and stuff you have, or maybe go to the market on the inside.
Yeah, right now we're open 7 days a week, 9 to 7.
We're at the end of May. What's the first vegetable that you guys grow that we'll get into?
So we've been picking asparagus, and then we're going to be moving into June with strawberry season.
It's almost here. All right. Yep. Thank you, Carl, so much.
Thank you very much.
Check them out right here in Canfield on 46. You just head down from the fairgrounds south a little bit. It's on the right-hand side.